Hello everybody, it's time for my new Let's Play. Do you like roguelikes? Are you a fan of Terry Cavanaugh's games? Are you an avid gambler? Then come and let's play Dicey Dungeons! Dicey Dungeons is a indie game, and it's a very fun game. It's all about pretty much just building a strategy with certain characters, and you basically build a moveset that will take you to the end of the dungeon. Our first character is going to be the warrior, a simple class that's pretty much easy to learn and is pretty much your just a way to get used to how the game works. This first section will be rather easy. It'll pretty much teach you how the game works. So you just click to move. So let's just click over to this treasure chest and we'll get the sword. And you'll find enemies on the field too. So how combat works in this game is you roll a die and you just click and drag it to use your weapon. A lot of cards, a lot of abilities use have X cost cards. Basically, it's so like with the sword, it's an X cost card, so you just put the dice in and it'll do that amount of damage. Because I put 5 in, it does 5. Some characters have special abilities. The warrior's main ability is combat roll, which lets you re-roll a dice if you're unhappy with it. For the tutorial, it's going to just give you a 6. Don't trust on that happening all the time. My suggestion would be to re-roll if you're comfortable with re-rolling. That attack is a counter attack. I say counter attack, but like as in has a counter action. I guess it would be a counter action. So basically you put like 20 total in, 20 or more. It doesn't carry over until the next one. You gotta put a total of at least 20 in order to activate the effect. But anyways, we also have a limit gauge. You take enough HP damage and you'll fill the gauge up. And the warrior, this changes from time to time depending on the character and the episode. But for this episode, the warrior gets Fury, which lets you double the next action. So we're going to use this to kill the Space Marine. Leveling up is really simple. You just get the first, and it changes as you go on. You also get coins, which are just simple coin costs. What you see is what you get, pretty much. And coin costs are always usually the same. But anyway, it's pretty... You'll always get the same amount of XP each level, so it'll always be the same. So we got a new thing, a battle axe. This has a different effect. It's an X cost card, however, there's a stipulation to it where it doubles the attack, but in order to do the most out of it, you need to put a 4 in it for massive damage. So it's better than the sword in that regard, but you need to roll it. However, since this is the tutorial, it'll give us the battle axe. Some enemies have there's going to be status effects in the game. So, like for example, the burn status effect, where it sets the X amount of dice on fire. So if you have burn 2, it'll burn 2 dice, and so on. And if you want to use it, you gotta click on it to use it. I want to click on it because I want my Fury gauge and the next we're going to level up, and leveling up gives us HP, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Test my luck here. And it seems it worked out. So now, all our HP is restored, and our maximum health is increased as well, as the game tells you right here. So let's get these new equipment. Matchstick, Bump. That is a very good card. I'll explain what Bump and Matchstick do. I mean, it's they're pretty straightforward because this is the tutorial. This is one more tutorial fight with Jester. So this pretty much teaches you characters with innate abilities. So Jester will always change his equipment every turn. And you can look at what the enemy is going to use next. So this turn he's going to just freeze your dice. He literally cannot hurt you, so it's pretty much impossible to lose. So we'll just use the sword. We'll Fury Battle Axe to do 16 damage. And then we're just gonna bump this and burn him. Had to be on a dice he wasn't going to use. Frozen. It turns the highest dice rolled into a 1. So basically, if you got like 1, 2, and 3, and you got Frozen 2, it would put 2 and 3 at the priority target of it being frozen. Next, he's going to use Shock. This pretty much teaches you the status effects. Okay, we got a 6, so we don't need to re-roll that anymore. We got a 3. Let's see what this gives us. A 5. Alright. So let's bump. I didn't mean to do that. And there we go. And we can't use Matchstick, but that's okay. Matchstick is worthless anyway. Oh, of course. Shocked. A very annoying status effect. Why couldn't I have targeted Matchstick? Oh well. Basically, you have to place a dice in there to release the shocked effect on it, so... I got an idea though. Let's see if I can get a 6. Yes, okay. So, what do I really want to use? I want that. Okay, so here's a neat little trick you can do with Bump. Dice value +1. You got a 6. Put a 6 in, and haha. Why did I do that? That was kind of pointless now I think about it. Well, I just wanted to show off that trick anyway, so... I could have killed him too. Oh well, I'll just burn him. He'll be closer to lethal anyway. Yeah, I literally lost no HP. Also, the Fury gauge tells you how much HP you need to lose in order to get it, which is nice. So if you wanted to, you could let yourself get burned by Fury in order to purposefully gain his gauge. However, I don't need to do that. Let's just finish him. Nope. That's funny. Anyway, that's it for this section, so now it's time to get into the normal game. The layout is always randomized in the enemy layout. The enemies are always different too. So, what I encounter on my first playthrough will be different from your first playthrough. Let's fight the Dryad, so we can level up. Enemies being strong against some means they take less damage, so... Let's say she had Poison 2 on her. She would only lose 1 HP instead of 2 HP. As an example. Poison is a damage over time effect, so let's say she gives you 4 poison. You would lose 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and so on. and it's an increment one, so she has to add everything and put it into. If she gets 2 6s, she can activate it. However, she will most likely prioritize using Venus Flytrap, where this is one of the several dice effects where if you have a 6, it'll do a special effect. So for this one, it's 6, restoring 2 health. A little annoying, but nothing too bad. You just gotta watch out for the lucky rolls she may or may not get. Okay, let's see. Let's roll. Okay. Let's see if... Yep, okay. So she's definitely gonna do that. Also, the increment carries over from turn to turn. So, right? So she'll still have 5 left. But, I believe we can... Oh, we can finish her off, no problem. Bam. And now, sometimes you won't always get a extra die. You'll get an equipment. I want the boomerang over the spike shield for this run, because I think it's better, and also I just want to replace the matchstick, and I don't want to lose bump. So, boomerang it is. Ooh, another bump. I don't need it right now. Yeah, I don't need it right now, so we're just gonna fight the pirate. Okay, so the pirate, he can only roll 2 dice, has 26 health, has 2 cannon fires, and pirate hook, where basically you want to really hope he doesn't get 5s, otherwise, or 4s, because he can reuse hits when he Did that change? It used to be 5 you can reuse hits, but that's a weird change. But whatever. The effects are pretty straightforward though. So, boomerang is a self-damaging attack. So you could do 2 times 6, which is 12, which is a lot of damage. But you'll do 6 damage to yourself. But, I mean, honestly, who cares? It's 12 damage is so good in this game that it's always worth it. I like to fight all enemies in this game. Okay, so we get a second boomerang and a midnight charm. I have 5 coins, so I can only pick one of these. Ones aren't useful. Midnight charm would take too much dice for it to be worth it unless I upgrade it. Boomerang. Let's replace the sword with a boomerang and a bump. Alright, let's go to the next floor. Ah, an upgrade. Perfect. Let's go beat up a marshmallow. Despite him being on fire, he's not strong against fire. The game would just tell you. The marshmallow knows snowball and fireball. Snowball requires odds, and fireball requires evens. Like I said, what you see is what you get with this game. And I appreciate the straightforward nature. And we got our Fury gauge. So, what I'm going to do... Well, first, let's see what I can get with these rolls. Aha! Nice. Okay. So now, we'll double the action, do 24 damage, refill our Fury gauge, and then let's just finish him off. Now, let's upgrade. I want to upgrade Boomerang, because then, no matter what, I'll always do 3 damage to myself. So basically, you just want to dump 6 into this. And because of my 2 bumps, I'll be able to consistently get myself 6s. Let's fight the bully next. Okay, so the bully can only roll 2 dice, however... he has X cards where... X attacks where if he rolls 6s, he's going to be using those, but he can only do them once per battle. But at the same time, if he rolls low, then he's just gonna use his fists, which will do 6 damage a turn. So let's, in the interest of finishing this fight as soon as possible, we're going to use Boomerang Plus. You know, since we're healing, I probably could have benefited from just using... Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do this to get my Fury Gauge up. There we go. So I got my Fury Gauge again, and I get another dice. Very nice. Blight. Worthless. I do not have any poison attacks. Okay, Keymaster. I have to take it easy on self-harm here. Keymaster, he rolls a dice. He rolls the next... and he rolls a dice. Then he's going to use that dice to unlock any one of these, which will give him Keyblade, which lets him attack, and then it'll return the dice. I think it'll re-roll it. No, that's when it's upgraded. Anyway. Let's go ahead and use double boomerang. And then... Ooh. It does street damage, and... if I finish him off now, I'll just do it now. I'll get 3 damage either way. So, I'm just going to take the hit. Because I'm going to hit it anyway, and I'd rather finish it faster. Also, I have these 2 apples anyway, so it literally does not matter. What does Yolanda got for us? Yolanda. Okay, so shield will block attacks However, because your HP won't be lost, you won't gain any anything for your limit gauge. However, that said, shield is still good for certain episodes, just not here. Dagger is pretty good if you want to rely on low rolls, especially when it's upgraded, but not good for this build. And Healing Crystal, if you're really desperate for health and healing, you get it, but it's also reliant on low rolls, so not really worth it. So we're just going to head to the next floor. Ugh, God. This motherfucker is Loudbird. He is fucking annoying. He likes to roll doubles and silence you. He can dodge attacks if he rolls an even, and he can Echo Blast and weakens your equipment. I don't think I shut it off in the Jester fight, but Weaken basically always makes your equipment, a random equipment, X minus. Even if it's plus, it won't go down to normal, it'll go down to minus, no matter what. It's stupid. It should at least make Boomerang go to normal, but Boomerang Plus go to Boomerang Normal, but whatever. Then it would make a certain episode pretty bad, but whatever. Flight, basically, it dodges your attack. However, let's say, but it will also cancel the attack's secondary effect too. It could be both a good thing and bad thing. So like, let's say, if an attack returns a dice to you, it'll miss, and you won't return the dice. However, if you want to waste the dodge on a boomerang, put a 1 in or whatever, if you plan on losing anyway, you won't take damage from it because the attack didn't connect. So it basically canceled the attack's effect. Okay, so now let's do Boomerang Plus. Fury. Damn it. I clicked it too early. Damn it. I meant to... What I was gonna do was use Boomerang, but I got too eager. And now... Bump is... I was gonna bump first and then do Boomerang, but... Nah, too late. Actually, wait. I could probably just save and quit and just... go back to title and... Nah, I'm gonna live with my choice here. I'll have him down in the next turn anyway, so it doesn't even matter. He's gonna hurt me too, so whatever. Yep, silenced. Asshole. So silence basically cancels your ability, and also you can't use your limit break. However, I think you can still charge it too. So I'm just gonna do that for the sake of charging it. Claw. Well, my build's too good to really pivot towards a poison build anyway. So, no thanks. Maybe if I didn't have Boomerang, but too little too late. Okay, let's see. Okay, I know I want to do this. Let's bump, let's combat roll. Combat roll again. Come on. Nah. He's gonna... Hunted Jar is strong against poison, and also his abilities are... So, at worst... I'm going to bump twice and do Boomerang Plus because I'm worried about my HP. Oh, I can finish him off though. At the most, he'll do 3 damage to me, so this is worth it. Oh yeah, a note about poison. It doesn't get affected by, Also, I want to test something. I want to see if she gets baited by the crappy equipment I have before. This is a trader. She'll trade whatever equipment you have for a different one. However, I want to test something. If there's stuff I don't really want to trade, I just put in the equipment and then put the ones I don't want into the backpack and see if she wants to trade for crappy equipment I don't use anyway. So let's test this. No deal. Okay, so it's always set, even if it's in your backpack. Good to know. Alright, let's go to Crystalina. Alright, let's really make sure we finish this off good. So, how Crystalina works is it has Crystallize, and they all have a counter of 6, and it'll just create a random crystal weapon of whatever the effect says it will. Some is really bad, some is not that bad, and some is just okay to deal with. Or mildly annoying. Okay, let's see what we got here. hurt myself for more. I'm risking myself here, but I should be okay. At least I hope. Okay, it's not going to get a good attack on. Okay, weakened, whatever. I have lethal. Nice. Risky play, but well worth the effort. Okay, so shield bash. I don't use shield, so we're just gonna upgrade the equipment. I'm upgrading Boomerang Plus. Okay. Sometimes on the field you'll find an upgrade station, so I suggest going towards it. Wicker Man. He's weak against fire. How weaknesses work in this game is if you do 2, it'll double the damage, so it'll be 4. So, like, if he dealt 9 fire damage, it would deal 18. And, you know, and so on. Let's see. No fury, but that's okay. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and double my fury just to try to finish this faster. Because I want to charge it anyway, so. There we go. Now the dilemma. What's in here? Toxic ooze. Alright. Let's see what we can upgrade. If you're not sure about what to upgrade, you can also see what upgrades work in your backpack. I might want that. Nah. Nah, none of these are worth it, so go back to the equipment. And you can't upgrade any more past the plus. Battle Axe will just shrink. Bump you can use twice in a turn. Let's upgrade Bump. I think I'll be fine against the skeleton. I will heal after the skeleton, though. So, the skeleton, he has two-handed sword and shriek. Curses are really annoying because there's a 50% chance the equipment used will get destroyed, and you can't use it at all. And then two-handed sword is just a double X cost, so 6 and 6 make 12. Freeze would be really good against him, but sadly, I don't have any freeze, so just gotta work with what we got here. I won't be able to get Fury this turn anyway, so we're going to Battle Axe. I'm going to double bump this, and bump this, and boomerang them. Ouch. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's see, if I do 8... Okay, so I have lethal, so just do Battle Axe, and I'm gonna do 3 damage to myself no matter what, so... There we go. Shield would be good with Boomerang as well, but I like having my equipment charged up, so... Let's deal with the Banshee first in the event that there's a apple in the shop. Banshee rolls 4 dice, has silence, has 2 freeze attacks if she rolls a 6, and also curse. So let's see what we can do here. I want to deal as much damage as possible, so let's see what I get with the reroll. Okay, nice. Ouch. Oh boy. I just need a 4, so there it is. A 4 or a 3, and I got it. Please have an apple. Oh, thank God. Oh boy. Lightning Rod is really good with this build because of... Do I want it now, though? Would I use it to replace... Yeah, I would. I'm gonna take it. Should I use it for this fight, though? Because I am very close to... I need to kill this dire wolf, otherwise I'm screwed. I'm going to do it. Here we go. Okay, direwolf does poison attacks and also can curse you. Ooh, okay, good. It might not be too bad then. Okay, in this case, I'll need to see what... Okay, good. Six and 12. He's done it. Yes! Nice. Ah, so good. And now, to upgrade. What does Lightning Rod? Requires evens instead of double dices. Yes. Alright, time for the final boss. Oh boy. Ife. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. Anyway, here we go. Time for the final boss. I don't think so. So, her specialty is... Oh. Okay. Her specialty is using shields. And she also has her broadsword. So what she likes to do is tower shield and then increment charge, which does however shield damage she has, however shield she wants. So what you want to do is knock her shield down. So you gotta do attacks that take out her shield. Poison attacks don't take down her shield, so she would pretty much be able to hard counter a poison deck. And of course she has broadsword to do some damage to you regardless. So my best guess is she's going to prioritize using broadsword and then doing tower shield and whatever else she can't use. And then if she has enough to put into charge, she would do that if she has a high enough shield for it. So let's get started. What I want to do, I'm going to see what I can get with my rerolls. Okay, 6. That's good. 4 HP. Ow, that's okay. This charge, also, by the way, when you use it, it takes out, some damage too, so it'll take away 1 damage if you keep using it, so the more damage you take, the better it is. And also it keeps the value too. But I think we got this. I'm gonna hold off on it because she's gonna damage us next turn. Yep. Let's see what she does. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and hit me. I don't care. Okay, so double 14. Or... okay, I'm gonna keep a 2. Okay, well, there we go. 17 plus 17 is lethal. We got her. Oh shit. That didn't work out the way I wanted. But regardless, we got her. It's pretty easy to win the first episode, to be honest, and the warrior is thankfully really simple. Yep, they get increasingly difficult. By the way, we're totally gonna win at some point, I bet, with this. Because guess what? Aww. Just no luck this time. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. And the next episode, we'll be playing as the Thief. This has been Dicey Dungeons, and this has been John. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.